And so today we are reviewing job postings on Indeed, and we're just going to talk about them. And this first one I saw that really stood out to me was the studio leader position, which the very first thing says you must have a growth mindset and operate in a state of open-mindedness. Oh God, it just makes me sick reading that. Like who applies to a job that says something like that? Tell you like part of the requirement is to have a state of open-mindedness. You know what that means is you're going to be managing the studio and somebody's going to take a crap on the floor and then they're going to tell you to go clean it up because you have to be open-minded. You know, maybe your role is more than just being the studio leader. Maybe you're also the janitor too. And there's nothing wrong with that because again, I own my own business. And yeah, I have to wear multiple hats at the same time. I have to take on multiple roles. And I worked at a company that had me do something similar. And the thing I want to say is with my own business though, you know, we have a scope of work. And what that means is that especially as a contractor, what you're paying for is only what's in the contract. It's what's in the scope of work. Okay. And if you ask me for anything outside of the scope of work, it doesn't mean I won't do it. It just means that you have to pay for it. And so I worked at a job where I was managing cleaning crews. And when I came onto the company, I specifically told them, look, I'm not here to do any type of cleaning. I'm strictly here to do managing. Okay. Cleaning will fall outside of this role. Well, lo and behold, I found a day where, you know, there was a day somebody didn't come in, some kind of cleaning didn't get done. And the owner of the company is like, Brandon, it's you got to step it up. You got to do the cleaning because if it doesn't get done, it's on you. So what they did was they strapped me with this backpack that had this electrostatic cleaner thing. I had to go around spritzing the air in the rooms, and it was super easy. Like, right, I got done in like 20 minutes. But what really got me upset was I watched the owner of the building pay the business owner $300 for that little job I did. Okay. And I got none of it. And I'm like, so I just made you an extra $300. What is my motivation to do more work for you if I'm not partaking in your growth? You know, you're just taking advantage of me. And if this was my company, you know, again, that's something that you would have to pay extra for. So I think, guys, we got to have that in mind. Scope of work. This falls outside the scope. I can do it, but it will cost more money. Okay. You'll probably get fired pretty quickly if you use that line. But that's what everybody really needs to start doing. I mean, this is ridiculous. They want you to do everything. They want you, oversee the daily studio operations. That means cleaning it. Okay, that means being a Walmart greeter, greeting everybody. You're gonna do all the scheduling. Okay, all the court. So basically, with this job, you're essentially the business owner's personal assistant. You're going to be just doing, I bet you'll do a coffee run once or twice with this job. Passion. I don't even know what this, I don't even know. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, junior project manager. So, I mean, the pay disparity in this posting is just ridiculous because that's a 30% difference. You know, if you're making $42,000 a year, especially in this area, you're going to hate your life, okay? That's about $20 an hour. All right. Your life looks very different at $42,000 or $60,000. And $60,000 is probably $30 an hour. So I already don't like that. I don't like the idea that you're going to be doing construction-based stuff. What do they have you doing here? Okay, so it's an elevator company. They want you managing projects. They want you to be the main point of the contractor, and they want you estimating. Now, I'll give you an example. So with my business, I get paid about $60 an hour to do basic estimates. So if I walk into a kitchen and I'm trying to calculate how much cabinets or flooring they need, I'm getting paid $60 an hour to do that. Okay, now this business installs elevators. It's very serious. and they only want to pay you $20 an hour to do an estimate for an elevator install. If you're wrong on that estimate, it could cause a lot of headaches. It could cost a lot of money. And so I just don't see how it's beneficial for somebody to pay $20 for an estimate. That's crazy. So I know I'm getting a lot of like construction based stuff because that's, again, that's more my experience. Property managers. Now that would be cool because some of these you get to live on the property, so it's like, either you're living for free or you're living at a super, discounted rent, and you never have to leave the property. Most of your job is managing the property, so you're able to almost like double dip. You could have another remote job at home, and then you could be living in the property. I mean, but these jobs, I've applied to so many of these jobs, I've never gotten even a call back, even though like I'm literally more than qualified for that type of position. I've applied to so many, and it's like a dream job to me. I would love to live in somebody's apartment building and take care of it for them, because I'm literally designed for that. And see this right here, just what I was saying, as somebody who is doing estimates and dealing with kitchens and stuff like that. Again, this is more where you should be getting paid to do an estimate. So a company that installs elevators and they're only doing about $30 or $20 an hour, that's rough. Real estate agent, I mean, this is, the salary with this isn't even guaranteed. I don't even know how they're allowed to put that there, because unless they're going to literally put you on some kind of salary, you are a sales-based profession. All right, guys, thanks for checking it out. I got to get off this because I'm already getting upset.